Hit that intro.
What's up? What's up? What's up, good folks?
What's up?
Yo.
Yeah.
What's
Happy Friday.
happening, Happy Friday, man. Happy Friday. Big week next week. Getting a little relaxation happening.
Yes.
Yeah.
For some of us anyway. Not for me.
Don't be a hater, bro. Don't be a hater. Don't be a hater.
Your Zoom meetings next week going to be active. There'll be a lot of people in the background, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be people jumping around, being mad loud.
Yeah. So bro, a milestone birthday, man. So we celebrate birthdays around here, a milestone birthday, 50 years old,
Yes.
Like how do you feel, man? Like how do you feel?
My knees feel 70. My shoulder feels like 65. And my sense of humor is 12. So I think if you average that out, you get to 50.
Yo, listen, I think one of the keys to longevity and like living a long life is to never lose that sense of humor, man. And so, yeah, I think that's gonna keep us going.
Too important. It's too important. But nah, it's it's wild. I got my AARP invitation in the mail.
I saw that.
And like they must have delivered it on my birthday because it was in my mailbox.
So I want to go deep about this, right? Because like this, I got one coming, right? And so I know next year I'm going to get that card. Mm-hmm. And so you hear all these stories about AARP, phenomenal organization that does a lot of good in our communities in terms of support folks once they get older, a little longer in the tooth. And so, what was your mental state when you got that? Like, what were your thoughts? Because we got elders and stuff like that are supported by AARP. So, what was your thoughts?
Well, I live in an apartment building, and so it's all the like mailboxes. So I opened it up, and when I saw it, the first thing I thought was like, "Oh, I got somebody else's mail."
Gee.
That's hilarious.
I was like, "Oh, this is my neighbor's." Oh no, wait, it has my name on it.
Yeah, that's good marketing right there.
It is good marketing. Listen, they know they're ready. They came running right away, and so now I started to think, like, what's the worst thing that can happen? Gee, I get to eat dinner at 4:30, and it's half price. If it comes with ice cream, I'm down. Let's go.
Yeah, that early bird special. That's one of the top perks out there.
That's what I'm saying,
bro.
If it works in a pizzeria,
being able to flash that card, and like, and then I think in some grocery stores there's like designated times that you can shop earlier. No, I'm serious.
I mean, it's one of those things where like, once you get access to it, you should take full advantage of it. And, there's no shame in the game. You earn that. You put up the 50 points on the board, and so now you get to reap the benefits.
Stop boarding the flight early with everybody who needs a little extra time.
What? You flash that card, bro. That's like going in the lounge and like pulling out the Amex, like, yo, like what's good? Like, yo, there's mutual benefits to that, man. And then you come back and report out to those that don't have the card yet, and
let you know how it's cool in there. When it opens for y'all, you can come in.
but so in thinking about in opening first, man, like you got to think about growing up. And you got to think about like, because we don't like to talk about death. We don't like, we don't talk about that enough to kind of prepare ourselves for that. But like, how many homeboys and like homegirls or whatever that you have from your hood that didn't make it to 50? And so I think for some communities, making it to 50 is a huge milestone, especially given life expectancy, especially given like navigating the terrain of being healthy, eating healthy, food deserts, and like all the stuff, man. And so, what advice you giving the folks, man? besides graduating from college, because that's important.
I don't know, man. Find yourself a life partner you can just enjoy being around and laugh all the time. Because I think 90% of life you gotta laugh at because you can't take it that serious, so it's gonna burn you fast. I'm gonna tell you.
Especially given what the current state of being in the United States, bro. You have a part that allows you to laugh. You got to have like some semblances of joy that just allow you to enjoy life, because right now it's just not a good time being here. And so, G, what's bringing you joy, man? The babies, I know what they doing.
I mean, we starting potty training this weekend. We've got a long weekend
already.
Yeah, man. So we out here pantsless for 48 hours.
You and the babies.
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Wow.
Oh man, but yeah, we're getting it started. It's kind of a crazy milestone. I was reading this book about it, like how to prepare for it, and they were basically like, it's stressful, it's non-linear, it's gonna be crazy, but also like you should enjoy it. Like any moment, like this is gonna be the last time they are this young, and even though you're gonna be running around chasing them with like paper towels and like cleaning up pee all over their apartment all weekend, like eventually they're gonna learn how to do this and they're never gonna need to do it again. And so, yeah, it's kind of a cool. It's different than getting your AARP card, but it is a pretty significant milestone.
That's a big milestone.
It's a big milestone.
I'm getting close to going back to diapers. So,
not that we're in any competition here. So there's been I really feel like there are certain prerequisites that one needs to have in order to be given a podcast mic, right? Because I feel like we just throw these mics out. It's like that Oprah show, and she's like, "You get a mic, you get a mic, you get a mic," right? And so everybody's getting mics and stuff, and like coming in and just spraying us with foolishness. And so one of the things that I saw on the on Mason Cam show, It Is What It Is.
Mm-hmm.
They were rating the Super Bowl, right? So they were rating the Super Bowl performance, right? And
the Super Bowl itself, the Super Bowl itself.
No, the halftime show. They were rating the halftime show, right? And I respect Mace as a performer, right? He's had some platinum records, he's had some experience working on stage or whatever. But I lost all respect for him when I heard his rating and his rationale for the rating, right? So overall, he gives Bad Bunny a 4
out of 10.
And so a 4 out of 10. And I'm like, you would have to be a non-reader in order to give such a score. That's a score of a totally unread person to not be able to understand the nuance of the message that was being brought to you. So it's like, I want us to boycott these dumbasses when they give their. Bro, I'm serious, man. Like, that's wild. And so I bring it to y'all. What was y'all's experience like watching the Super Bowl and like I'm watching the Super Bowl halftime show, and then what would you rate it out of 10?
I mean, I'm trying to think I can't think of more than 3 Super Bowl halftime shows that I've seen that were better than that. I thought it was really excellent. Like the storytelling, the music, the cinematography was crazy. It looked like a whole movie with like the right lighting and everything, even though it was live. I just really, really enjoyed like the imagery and the storytelling and how it was shot. And obviously it was a big party. The music was great. Bad Bunny is an awesome performer. I thought it was really, really, really excellent and showed what like American culture can be at its best. So I really enjoyed it.
So what you just gave, and I'm so ecstatic that you gave it the way that you gave it, right? Was like the perspective of like a Siskel and Ebert well-read person.
I give it 2 thumbs up. I really appreciate the way that
It was thoughtful, and it was like it wasn't something that was
that was
coming
at
from those
Ivy
that are
League.
unread. Like what? Like, bro, you didn't get that. Wasn't an I ready perspective, right? Like somebody that's gonna need additional pushes and and in tier 3 interventions. Like what?
Not I ready. Oh my god.
Steve, what was your take, bro?
Yo, it was dope. It's definitely a 10 out of 10 for me. Obviously, I'm biased, but it was dope from everything. You know, the sort of just the sort of the pureness of every part of the culture, right? From the parties to the weddings to the the casita to the piragua, the ice cone maker. Right, to the social club owner who handed him the drink. Like all of that spoke to, like, honestly, my experience growing up. It was sort of weird to see things that were part of my childhood represented, even up to the young kid sleeping across a couple of chairs during a party. I was that young kid many a times growing up. And so it was, the music was dope. The dancing was dope. And I felt seen, right, on a national stage. And so it was a 10 out of 10 for me. And I even give Lady Gaga, now we're calling her Titi Gaga. I even give her credit, man. I give her props, man. She came out there and she did her thing, to be able to, to be out there and singing over a salsa track. And so there was so much imagery there, so many messages being delivered that it reminded me a lot of last year in Kendrick, like just the layers of messages being sent. And so I loved every second of it, but I'm biased, so.
Yeah, I think your bias is well received, right? Yeah,
I didn't take the I ready, so I don't know.
I enjoyed myself, right? Like I did not understand a word, but the energy was amazing, and then like being able to go back and see other people break it down and walk you through like all of the different perspectives in terms of like what you were supposed to get from it or whatever. It's like a red person is going to go and do that research. A red person is going to find all those things out before they give their informed opinion, right? And so I think that, when we're out and we're giving these uninformed opinions about things or whatever, based off of norms or based off of things that we experience, not necessarily looking at it through the lens of what others may experience and how others may experience it. It's like we're out here othering people, right? And like not even intentionally knowing that we're doing that. Or some people are just dumbasses and they're doing it anyway, right? And so I'm glad that you guys were able to give your perspective on it, and I echo those sentiments to the dome.
To the dome. So 3 thumbs up then.
Yeah, definitely. No, I give it. So I'm gonna get in trouble for this, but like I enjoyed that halftime show in Spanish with no words that I understood better than the Kendrick show.
It was visually more active than the Kendrick show, but it was dope. But gee, how long did I try to get him when that album came out last year? How long did I try to get him to listen to that music?
As soon as it dropped, you were like, "This is."
I was like, "Yo,
I should have went and worked out like Method Man, bro."
Yeah, that's right.
I could have went viral. And I could have been starring in the movie with Kelly Rowland, and man,
you could have been getting married on stage in the Super Bowl.
Different right now, bro. Anyway,
before we go, the best part is that there were human beings in the grass. Do you know that they had said? And so I've seen many a video of people pretending to be humans in that grass, like calling their mom, being like, "No, I'm the third from the left. I'm moving. Can you see me?"
That's gonna be a fire Halloween costume this year.
Yes.
Like,
yeah. So, quickly before we transition to the merger and acquisition portion of the show, Knicks, what's happening?
Man, we got some dogs now.
Say more.
So I don't know. Is it Sochan? I don't know. It was just a dude who was overshadowed by Wemby over in San Antonio. 6'8" wing, plays lots hard defense. He can really lock down people. He's going to put in valuable minutes. And Jose Alvarado, dang,
I'm just
eight
saying.
threes. It's like career high, 5 steals. Like he brings that energy. Like you could tell that he played basketball in New York City. Like you could tell, like by the way that he like operates on the field, on the court, and like the way that he's already interacting with the teammates. Like he's a really good fit. So it's exciting. Of course, we go, then we go and lose to the last place Pacers, and then I think that everything is terrible. But they're figuring it out.
Yo, I think that's the most important. That's the most important part. They're figuring it out.
They're figuring it out. They're figuring it out. I just want to say one thing.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mom Donnie. Right? Because they wasn't playing like this before he was mayor, but now they just making it happen. And so if we're gonna blame him for the snow, we should acknowledge him for the Knicks. That's all I gotta say.
Bro, so listen, I think sports wise, I think he's about to have a pretty good year. They're gonna do some real good things up in Buffalo. The Giants are gonna win more games than they won last year, and the Jets, I mean, they can't help but to win more games than they won.
It's impossible not to win more games.
No, the Jets won the Super Bowl this year. You didn't see Sam Darnold?
Yeah, their quarterback won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Listen, if the Jets draft right, they're not going to get a fan. I'm not going to ever be a Jets fan, but they could get me to root for them. If they draft Reuben Bain Jr., I'm going to root for the Jets. That is the defensive end, or the what do you call that person that's on the end? What do they call them?
Defensive end.
Defensive end. I feel like pass rusher. All right, so the defensive end for the Miami Hurricanes, who was causing all that havoc, even though they lost against Indiana. But like, bro, he's going to be a game changer.
Isn't he already like 36 though? Because you can't tell with the
no. He's young. He's young. Well, speaking of which, right, bro?
Because half those Indiana players were like 97 years old. They was out there collecting Social Security.
I'm conflicted by this, and I don't know how you guys feel about it, right? Like this NIL and the way that it's changing the game. I don't know if it's good or bad. Like initially, I'm like, yo, all right, well, anytime you can pay college athletes or to do their thing and whatnot, that's going to be a good thing. It's going to be good for them. It's going to be good for, and they should be revenue sharing in terms of the billions of dollars that are being made in NCAA athletics. So it's good for them to have a shared revenue component. But bro, bringing back like 26, 27-year-olds and whatnot, bro, that just doesn't seem like what we were thinking this was going to be.
Dudes who haven't taken classes in 3 years. Oh, I haven't taken a class in 3 years.
Bro, I don't like what? Like I don't know what's going on. Like Trinidad Chambers, who is the quarterback for Ole Miss, just petitioned to get a 6th year of eligibility. Wow. And so the NCAA originally was like, nah, bro, you're too old. We're good. And he goes to a judge in Mississippi. The judge in Mississippi reviews the case, and it's like, yeah, we're going to give you an extra year. Why wouldn't he? He probably has sweet tickets now. He probably has access to.
Yeah. Chambers just wants to play next to his son. He wants to do that the Bronny thing, right? They just want to play in the same football field together, maybe.
No, he's not that old. He's probably about 20, 24, 25. But I don't know. It's like why wouldn't you take your talents to the next level? Do you think you're going to be good at the next level? Like what does that look like?
I think that's the real issue, right? Is like there's no true G League for football, right? There's no, in baseball they've got the minor sort of system, right? You don't have that for football, mainly because there's such a short time in readiness, and so you either play here or you play in Canada or you play in Europe, and nobody wants to do that. And so what's happening is that college football is basically becoming the NFL's G League, right? Yeah. It's going to be a place where you see a bunch of folks who are just either trying to break their way back in or trying to have some past glory. I mean, that's what it is. We've created a minor league system, but it's the NCAA that's the minor league system for the NFL.
Yeah. Now, G, what you gonna do, man? Because I see on one of your posts you went from 215 back to 185, and so Are you going to try to go play football at Brown? What's happening?
I mean, if I didn't play then, I if I do, graduate program, I could redshirt could I have redshirt PhD?
Be a walk-on.
Yeah.
Yo, because you got all 4 years of your eligibility if you go back.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, man. I mean,
but Steve, G would be like one of them crazy thinking offensive coordinators, right? Like,
see them real complicated plays, people lining up all over the place.
Like this big, you got to fold. This guy folds like a map.
Isn't that the way the Brown football team plays anyway? So
no comment. I think, do you guys even do you beat?
I was gonna say, did I have a football team?
Yeah, football team. They won. They won the Ivy League championship one time when I was in school. I think maybe my senior year or junior year. But
one time,
yeah, they're usually like
in the history of Brown, and that was the year that you would.
Yeah, they're not usually very
St. John's
good.
didn't have a football team, and when we did, we played in the MAC division. So that's all I gotta say.
I remember that.
See, there you
go. So G, I'm handing the mic over to you, bro. We're talking acquisition and merger, and so ask the tough questions.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, the thing that I wanted to hear about was our guy talking about the big, like, what the process is like to merge two entities that were very different but related, and now are trying to move in the same direction. What's that process like for you, Steve?
It's like, people say, "Oh, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon." This feels like 3 marathons back to back. One of those ultra marathons. It was a year and a half of negotiations, of due diligence, of conversation to be able to get to the place where we can do and feel good about a legal combination of 2 organizations. And so we spent a long time doing that work. And then, it became official and legal on January 1st. But now we're in the hard work of actually bringing 2 teams together culturally. You both know how difficult it is to build culture, to align different parts of an organization. Now I'm trying to do that with 2 legacy organizations that have much different cultures, much different approaches. And so trying to figure out how to actually blend and integrate 2 organizations is where we're sort of at the early stages of that right now. We were away this week at a national team meeting so that we can start those conversations, and it was great, but it's going to be, I think this is going to be another 18 months to 2 years worth of work before we can feel like we're a single organization with a single set of programs. We have a lot of work to do there. So it's a marathon, but I think it's really worth it. I think lots of organizations should explore how, M&A, how mergers and acquisitions can help them more quickly and more efficiently achieve their goals.
In that process, did you think it helped you figure out, have more clarity about your own identity as an organization? I feel often that does.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it helped me have more clarity, but also helped me have real clarity on, especially what we were good and what we weren't good at. When I thought about where I wanted us to get to as an organization, our big goals, trying to do that on our own, try to build some of the functionality that the other organization has, try to build some of the expertise that they have. It would take years and years and years, and lots of new experts that I'd have to bring in, millions of dollars. And so the idea of trying to move more quickly in this moment felt important. And so I learned a lot about can we try to sort of skip some of those steps, and instead of trying to build our own house, buying our own house. And I think, that the merge has been great. The cultures are actually relatively similar. And so that's helpful. And the other leader is just a fantastic friend. I've known him for years. And so it worked out on all, across all levels.
Now, people don't know, and people that are listening, they don't know what the two organizations are. So like,
Yeah.
you gotta talk about that.
Yeah. So bottom line, the nation's premier impact player in helping students get into college, graduate, and go far, officially merged with an organization called Get Schooled, excuse me, which is the nation's sort of largest provider of college access, college persistence, and career readiness support, that uses sort of digital technology and AI to support students across the country. They were originally started as a program inside of Paramount and MTV, and so they have like a real like media company approach to how they support students in mass. Um, they serve nearly 1 million students across all 50 states. Bottom line is in 5 states now. We're about to be in 6, where we're serving a little over 7,000 students. So together, we're an organization that is serving over 1 million students a year. And we're just really excited about what that looks like and our ability to help students do great work. We took the biggest impact player and the biggest scale player, and we combined them. And our hope is that we're able to help many more students across the country find their way to and through college in the most efficient and affordable way possible.
Bro, I love that, man. And given the constraints that are being put on families in terms of the amount that you can take out in loan, finding college affordability and finding that right fit is so super important. So if you are a parent and you're listening to the show right now, you got to have tough conversations with your kids about where they're going to school, because the financial component of a school, those aid packages, and like making the best choice, sometimes may be an uncomfortable conversation that you have to have with your kid about what affordability looks like and what that looks like postgraduate. And so, Steve, what are your thoughts on that, and like what kind of conversations you're having with folks about college affordability?
I mean, I think affordability is sort of the key lens, but what we have to do is find the right mix of a college that is a place where a student can be successful, a place where they feel comfortable socially, and a place where they can afford, right? And if we can find that right mix. Now, I lean and bias a little towards the affordability because I think that's critical, but we can't ignore things like, is that a place they can be academically successful? Is that a place where they can socially feel like they feel comfortable? And so the best institutions are the ones that are checks across all three things. They're yeses. I can afford it. I can be successful. It's a place I feel comfortable. I think the important thing is that parents and students remember that there are a multitude of colleges and universities out there, not just the ones that are in the press. And so while there is a college for every student, not every college fits every student, but there's a college for every student. And so your job is to be savvy consumers of higher education and find the right place for your student to be successful.
Yeah, love that, bro. And G, man, what you got, juniors now?
We got juniors. Yeah, they're coming, man.
And so next year, you about to have your first class of seniors.
Yeah.
How you feel, man?
It's crazy, man. It's just like seeing, I mean, some of these kids have known since 5th grade. And so like watching them like go from like putting their first paragraphs together to now being like thinking about what problems they want to solve when they graduate from high school and the stuff that they want to be involved in. It's really inspiring. And it's also like, it makes you think all of the stuff that our school wants to be able to do, the goals that we have as a college preparatory high school, like what are all the additional supports that we need in order to make sure that we're fulfilling those promises to 100% of the kids. It's pretty daunting, but it's also really exciting that we've gotten to this point.
Yo, man, I love that, man. And to be able to do a pod every Friday with two gents that are doing the work at a high level, bro, like not just like fluff, not just smoke and mirrors, because there's a lot of smoke and mirrors out here. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors, a lot of Rudy Poo candy assness happening out here.
Look, I think at the end of the day, there are a lot of people with really good intentions that want to help, right?
Yeah.
But there are very few that are able to put the work in to actually demonstrate impact, right? To actually show that what they're doing is actually making a difference. And that doesn't mean that we should I would argue that doesn't mean that we should sort of not pay attention to the folks who aren't hitting that impact, but I think it's our responsibility as leaders in the space to figure out how we help them get better, right? If that's what they
That's
want,
not what
we
I'm
can help
saying
them
in
get better.
my final thoughts. But all right, final thought. Steve, final thoughts with you, Mr. AARP.
Listen, 50 is a wild number. I'm trying to decide what my midlife crisis is going to be, and I've been thinking about buying a Vespa and rocking with a Vespa, and so hopefully, I can convince my wife that that's a wise purchase decision.
Jesus Christ. Oh, Graham.
Yeah, I mentioned potty training's happening this weekend. Pray for us. Hopefully it goes smoothly. It's going to be a wild ride, but at least then I don't have to go to work on Tuesday, so we'll see how it goes.
Bribery works.
So my final thought is going to go a little left and not talk about anything that we talked about. And so currently you got a HHS secretary that is making rounds on the news talking about sniffing cocaine off of a toilet seat. And so I'm trying to best capture that on IG, and I feel like IG is limiting me with all of my music choices that have anything to do with drugs because they feel like that's going to solve the drug issue. I want to tell Zucks it's not going to stop it, bro. People still going to do it, and free me.
Yeah. Every societal ill is usually solved by not talking about it, right? Isn't that the way we just
Bro, I'm trying to tell you. Anyway, folks, we'll see you next week. We may even be doing a live show. We might have a live show happening. Well, no, it wouldn't be. Whatever. We're gonna work it out.
We're gonna work it out.
All right, peace.
Peace.
Oh man.